So hey guys, how you doing? This is Cryptovator here. We've got some awesome people here today. We've got CryptoBot himself. You all know CryptoBot. We've got Paul Welsh here as well. Paul is basically a part of this awesome project that we are going to talk about, which is called Daoact.org. And I'm going to ask him a few questions about Daoact so that I can actually introduce it to you guys as well, because I truly think this has got huge potential to make a difference in so many people's lives. And it all starts here on this Zoom call. So hi Paul, how you doing?
Hey Cryptovator, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I'm really excited about this. I've already done a video a week ago with Fraser and yourself, and this is our second video together. What I really want to know is more about the details of the actual project. So there's, as I understand it, this is basically there's two coins. Is that right? Is there two tokens?
Yeah, so there's two tokens involved. There's the ACT token, which is only on the mobile app, which allows you to vote against proposals, basically. So when proposals come on the platform, on the app itself,
yeah,
you can use the ACT token, which is it's the equivalent of 25 cents per ACT token.
Yeah.
Use that ACT token to contribute and make change. Then we've got the tradable token, which is CE7.
Okay.
CE7 is the curator token, and the curator token is basically someone that looks after proposals on the platform, and they answer a series of questions, like it'd be a vote yes, it could be vote no, it could be abstain, and they can comment, so they have a section to comment.
Okay.
On these interactions with the proposals itself, they get curator rewards. They're able to basically calculate their curator rewards every month, and they'll pay them in Ethereum for their efforts, basically.
Okay, so to make it clear, these curators, they are people who are working on using an app. Is it an app that they use?
Yes, so they would have access to a platform, so a website, or on the app itself, a curator platform, where they can interact with proposals that come forward on the platform itself. These proposals can be anything from a cause in Africa or a cause in Indonesia or anywhere in the world.
So to make it clear, guys, these proposals are basically causes that have been submitted by people all over the world. They've got different things that are happening. They want to raise funds, and these are all listed and on the app, and people can actually, curators can actually vote to say which ones should get that backing. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I'm on the right track. So how does the ACT token work? What's the function of that? You did explain it briefly, but I just wanted kind of to understand that better.
Yeah, no problem. So the ACT token is essentially a non-tradable token. You can only purchase it on the mobile app itself.
Yeah.
Like I said, each ACT token is about 25 cents, and then you can use that ACT token to essentially vote on a proposal. That proposal is a smart contract in itself. So when the funds are met, the smart contract activates and sends the funds directly to the action.
Okay. So how would you purchase the ACT tokens? How are they purchased?
So they are purchased with Ethereum on the app itself. So you would go on to the app, you'd get an Ethereum address, and then you can top up your account with ACT tokens through Ethereum.
But say somebody wanted to use this app, they downloaded it on Google, from Google Play, or on the Apple,
Store.
Apple Store, yeah. So they download it. Now they want to top up. They don't know anything about Ethereum. They don't know how to get hold of Ethereum. They ain't got any. What do they have to do? They have to go to Coinbase to get Ethereum, or how does it work?
Yes, well, essentially, they would have to start educating themselves in blockchain and the future ahead.
Yeah.
I think on the market at the moment, Ethereum is 50% of the most transactions used.
Yeah.
So as we're growing, I think more and more people are using Ethereum. So we feel that we're going to grow with the blockchain community in that sense.
So I think there's a need for education there as well. So people like myself, we're educating people around cryptocurrency. So that's where I can come in and help people
Yeah,
understand the
yeah.
space, get hold of some Ethereum. But what's their incentive? What is the incentive for somebody like who's got a busy life that, why should they even bother voting on these causes? Is there an incentive there, or is the actual attraction the fact that they can help people?
Well, me personally, I think the attraction to the platform is to help people. A lot of people, like you said, have busy lives. They can't be on the front line of action trying to make change. They've got families to look after, they've got jobs, they've got careers. So this kind of gives them that interface where they can make change, and they'll actually see all the funds going to the action itself.
Okay.
Um, you'll see change happening in a rapid pace, basically.
Mm,
So the app itself is giving them that option to interact with what's going on in the world.
okay. So, okay, so I understand this as like a way to kind of fund causes using an app. They have to basically top up the app with the Ethereum themselves, and then use that Ethereum to fund different causes. So one Ether at the moment is probably, I don't know, I checked last time, it's about $600 roughly, right? So
Yeah.
it's a lot of money. So obviously people buy a little amount of it, and they'll top it up with that little amount. Is there a way to actually buy Ether within the app?
Um, to be honest, I'll have to get back to you on that, Crypto Bear. I don't have the
Okay.
answer to that question.
What about
I
like
think
purchasing with like a debit card or credit card or something to make it easy for them?
there isn't that interface in it at the moment.
Okay.
See, the ICO itself, we're launching and finished in the 18th of January.
Hmm.
So it's in pre-release stage at the moment. So any
Yeah.
contributor that comes in
Yeah.
is by two. So it's by private invite at the moment.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, so going back to the creator, these are people who are basically, now I understand this as like, these are people in the back end who are deciding whether these votes count. So if people are voting on a certain cause, if this cause is legit, if this cause should get votes, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. So basically what will happen when a proposal comes forward to the platform, it'll go through the curation stage, obviously to be vetted, and then
Okay.
it'll go live onto the community to have the same reaction. So the community will be able to vote on the proposals as well. So what will happen is the curation rewards are based on what the community votes as well. So if, for instance, a bad proposal came forward, I'm saying something that's not activism, something that's not good to change the world.
Yeah.
The curator will obviously look at that and see that it's not worthy to go forward, and he'll vote no on the proposal.
Yeah.
That proposal will still go forward to the community, and obviously they'll vote no as well.
Mm,
And the curator's reward for that effort, for getting that effort right. So that's how the curation rewards are going to work, and
mm.
it kind of, that's how the proposals are going to basically go right through. If you
Yeah. So,
understand.
so you've got people who are kind of filtering the proposals.
Yeah,
They're filtering them. So if somebody says like, my cause is that I need a holiday. I
yeah,
haven't had a holiday in ages. I need a holiday. I want to take my family on a holiday, and that is the cause. And then obviously people need to vote and stuff. But that goes through these people who are creators who are looking at this and thinking, well, the guy needs a holiday, but this is not the type of thing that should be here. This is
yeah,
not this is not changing the planet. This is he should you know what I mean. So um,
exactly.
is that what it is? Then these people are filtering, and because of their efforts of filtering through so many of these proposals, they are
Yeah,
getting rewarded in ether.
that's it. And only the top proposals then will go live to be funded essentially.
Okay.
So we're essentially, the community is all voting in itself. So
Cool. So okay, so basically people are also giving these proposals. They're using the app to give the proposals, to send the proposals as well. Is that right? Okay, let's say, because I'm trying to understand this whole thing.
Yeah, of course.
My uncle has a charity in Zanzibar. He's got a school there. He's now looking for like a drilling machine for wells. Okay, and he's going to go to China to get that kind of stuff, that machinery. Now, if he needs about 45K for that, so
Yeah,
if he wanted that to be funded through people all over the world, he could use the app. He could get the app, download it on his phone, and put a proposal in with the information. And then what people would do is vote on it. But before they actually can vote on it, before it actually goes onto the platform, it has to go through the curators. The curators will decide whether that is a legit, genuine cause. And then
yes.
when they vote and pass, give it that, yeah, it's legit. You can go through, and it's one of the, if it reaches one of those top causes, then it goes onto the platform, and people who got the app can actually vote on it. Have I
Exactly.
got it?
Yeah, exactly. You've got it.
Okay, cool. That sounds awesome, because it gives the people an opportunity to put out there the causes that they believe in, that they actually truly, have some passion for, that they want to
Yeah,
make a
exactly.
change with, like saving the tigers, saving the elephants, stopping fracking. They put that cause out there, and then the creators, which is a community of people from different walks of life, different backgrounds, they are working, so they are also earning Ethereum. They're earning Ether monthly by actually doing work. So they've got an income, and all they do
Exactly.
is they vote on through all these proposals. They go through them, filtering through them, and the voting. And so it's not just one person's vote, as I understand it. It's a number of people's vote that counts. So it's everybody has to agree.
Yeah, so essentially what happens is when someone goes onto the app and buys ACT tokens, it all goes into a pool.
Yeah.
So what happens is 80% of them funds go to the proposals itself,
Yeah.
50% goes to curators, and
Mhm.
5% goes to the Switzerland Foundation and everything to go with it.
Okay.
So what happens is that 15% that goes to curators then is split into three sections, and it goes by how many tokens people hold. So for instance, if you hold 20,000 C7 tokens, you
Yeah.
get you get 60% of the 15% of curators rewards.
Okay.
So if you hold 2,000 C7 tokens or more,
Yeah.
you get 30% of the 15%
Okay.
of the curators.
Sorry to interrupt, but is this like staking the coin then? Is this like minting the coin, because you're holding the coins, because it's an Ethereum ERC20 token? It's basically, I know Ethereum is moving towards proof of stake. Is this like staking the coin? The more you have, the more you get.
Essentially, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay, got
And
it.
there is a limited number of CE7 tokens, so there will be a limited number of curators on the platform. But we do want the voice to be distributed as far as possible. So at the moment,
Diverse.
yeah, exactly. At the moment, we do have a campaign running on our Facebook page, and
Hmm.
any woman from any part of the world with an Ethereum address can text us or can PM us directly, and we will send her 5C7 tokens, which
Yeah.
will give her access to the Curator platform, which
Yeah,
will give her a
this
voice.
is what we talked about last time, didn't we? That we need more women in the crypto space, and this is a way to kind of bring them into the, understanding how blockchain technology works, and helping them out as well with the causes that are close to their hearts. I think it's an awesome thing to do, and I'm really excited about how that goes. With the diverse community that we're building, we're going to be building with this, right? So many people who are voting on these causes. It's all kind of, are we all kind of anonymous, that nobody knows who is voting, and all our identity is like anonymous? Is that?
Yeah, that's completely true. So it is completely anonymous. It's a decentralized platform essentially. Once it's launched, it's the people's platform. It's the
Okay.
people that work as curators. It's the people that buy ACT tokens. It's the people that vote essentially. Um, it's a machine, as you know, in itself, like Bitcoin. So
Yeah.
once the people adopt it, it's a working concept. So
Yeah.
as the community grows, more and more proposals can be funded. But we do have mechanisms in place for when the proposals are first put forward. That the first proposal can only be $1,500. So $1,500. And
Yeah.
then what happens is they can come back to the platform with
Yeah.
proof of what they've done with the 1,500 and ask
Yeah.
for more funding.
Yeah, so they submit like what the evidence that, you know, this is what we've done with the 1,500. Now they put that proposal forward again, and then if people start voting and saying like they've done really well, they've made improvements, they've built half the school, they need more funding to build a playground or something like that.
Exactly, and to be honest, it's great that we have CryptoBot online as well, because we want this voice dispersed as far as possible. We want curators to be interacting on the platform and really looking at proposals on what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Because obviously a proposal, when it comes forward, it's a problem in the world that we all face, that we all have to take social accountability for. With the profits coming from the crypto world, the blockchain, I think we're over 500 billion at the moment, lads, on the market cap. I think that money has to be funded to go in good places, to really develop the world in the right places. And this is what I think this blockchain technology can do.
I agree with you. I think there's a lot of us who are leaders in the space. Some of us more well known than others. Obviously, we have our own community. I have my community. CryptoBot has his. But the thing is, our influence is very important, and what we do with this influence. And you know, a lot of people know that this has kind of been my goal, to kind of have something to change lives, and I really feel that this is an opportunity to do that. A lot of it might not be clear to people yet. Some of it might be, some of it might not. But all I can say is that, as I understand it, it's an easy way to get funding for the causes that are close to people's heart, and it cuts out the middleman. It cuts out those issues of like whether that funding is going to actually get to the right place. You send money to a cause, it has to go through so many barriers, you know. It's like if I send money to a crisis in Africa or Syria or in Rohingya, right? It's like in Burma. It's like, is that money getting there? You've got no evidence whether that money is getting there. How does it go to that person? Who is the intermediaries that will probably block that money? You know, that money. A lot of the money doesn't get to charities. You know, it doesn't get to the right people that actually need the money. And that's the issue that we currently face. So that's the problem. And the solution is that you have a decentralized system where the money is going directly to that cause. Okay. So what I'd like you to do, Paul, is just to explain a little bit more on how that, you know, the funding itself.
Yeah.
That funding, how can you just explain to me how that funding actually gets to the cause? So how do the end person, the person who needs that cash, needs that cryptocurrency, actually get it?
Yeah, so for instance, everybody that signs onto the platform signs on with an Ethereum address.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is when a proposal is put forward, it's put forward through an Ethereum account.
Okay.
The proposal goes live to the community, and the community has 24 hours to act. The ACT tokens go into basically the fund the proposal. When it's met, a smart contract activates and it sends it directly to the proposal itself. Now that proposal could be 1,000 farmers in Africa. It doesn't have to be just one person. A smart contract can literally send funds to thousands of people all at the same time at once. So action can happen in multiple locations around the world in seconds. So once the funds are sent, when the smart contract activates, everybody has the funds and action can be taken.
Yeah. So I mean, again, it comes down to education because those farmers might not know how to use that Ethereum that ether that they get. So that individual might not know, but somebody who wants to put this together for a cause, say they not have the knowledge, so they can basically get the funding and then help the people locally.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a great point, but I think that the world is more developed than we think. So there's people in Africa that are still cooking with fire and living in huts, but their sons have smartphones and are connected to the internet. They have Facebook pages. They're on social media. Um, I think the children that are growing up today are more technology based. So I think the more cryptocurrency and all these markets start to grow, the more that it'll be known of Daoact itself. So Ethereum is going to be revolutionizing the internet as we know.
mhm.
Most of the ICOs that are coming out today are on the Ethereum blockchain. So I think as the world is developing a lot quicker, uh, basically, I think we're going to adapt more to these type of causes and these type of campaigns and this type of technology.
I think you're right. Because we're stuck in this. Sorry, I'm just 1 second. Yeah. So we're stuck in this idea that there's like people in the world that don't have the technology, they don't have the capability to use a Ethereum wallet and this and that. But you're right, because everybody has a smartphone nowadays. It might be a cheaper phone or it might be one that's not as fancy, but still there's smartphones in Bangladesh, there's smartphones in India. We just don't, we think we've got it all here, and people are like you say, they don't have that kind of technology over there, but it's not true. I think, yes, you're right. The future is technology, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and we have to kind of step away from our old school thoughts that, the world has to upgrade. I think we are all living in a world where, we can actually use this technology today. And like you said, the son has a smartphone, the grandson has a smartphone, somebody there has a smartphone, somebody there who can
Exactly.
download the app and get those Ethereums and ethers and convert them into fiat currency. And there's also services now, like for example there's one called STK, that, and there's others as well, like that are currently in the space, that are third generation cryptocurrencies that can talk to different cryptocurrencies like Ethereum's platform, the blockchain or Bitcoin. It can communicate with each one, like Litecoin as well. I mean, they themselves are like individual blockchains and they work separately to each other, and that is a problem. So there are others now that are coming into the space where they can um, they can fill that gap by having chain to chain communication.
I,
And I think that's where it is, where all these ethers that are collected, that people are going to have very user-friendly applications that will allow them to convert that ether into their local currency, and then they can go and spend it on what they need. So it's not as difficult as we think it is.
yeah, exactly. I think development has grown at a rapid rate now. I think we're all taking mass adoption. I think in the next 3 years we're going to see a lot happening, which to us is a very short period of time, and a lot
Yeah.
can happen in that time as well. Um, we brought CryptoBot on today because he's got a lot of experience in the crypto world. What do you think yourself on a project like this?
I was thinking when you talk about people from Africa and other continents who will be using the app, how does the message go to them? Do we actually go to each country and we get to know the people that we are offering this service?
No, so everybody that downloads the app will be notified when a proposal goes live. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. So say saving turtles on a beach and they need $150 just for volunteers and supplies and so on for the day. When that smart contract activates, it's sent directly to them. But before that happens, it has to go live to the community, and the community have to vote whether to put it for it to go through the funding, essentially.
So that would be our job to spread the message that there is an app that can help people around the world, because end of the day, what you can say, okay, this will be how it's done. But then again, it's only in UK some people would know about the app. What about the rest of the world? So, you know, in my experience, what I'm thinking is like we should as a team go out, because if we do not go out and we do not say something to the people, that some people around the world, they wouldn't even know anything that is taking place that actually can help them in the future.
Yeah, that's what we're doing with our bounty campaigns at the moment. So we've got a bounty campaign running just for women. And like I said, any woman on Facebook that has a Facebook account can go on, give their Ethereum address, and they'll get 5 CE7 tokens for free. They can also tell any of their sisters, friends, grandmother to go to my Ether wallet, download an Ethereum address, send it to the Facebook page, and they'll have a voice as a curator on the platform. So we're trying to do it by word of mouth through bounty programs at the moment. And like I said, there's going to be a lot more to come. So the ICO finishes on the 18th of January. So we can see a lot happening. There's been a lot of good feedback from the women's campaign since it started 4 days ago.
I think what CryptoBot is getting at is the marketing, you know, how it's going to spread. And I think what you're getting at is the fact that we've got these bounty campaigns that is going to spread the message. This is where I think I come in, where I can really spread this message, and CryptoBot, you can as well. And obviously you as well, Paul. So you're doing the women's campaign at the moment. You're focused on that at the moment. I think it's time that me and CryptoBot take this as well and spread it within our community in our own ways, how we feel comfortable, and empower people. And I think some of you jumped onto my audio clip earlier on when I think I got them excited. I think people are excited and they want to know more. And I think it's going to be exciting times when you can actually empower people to make a change. And I think that's where the marketing is. We are already influencers. It's just a matter of making people understand what they have here and running with it. So even this video, I mean, this video is going to give people a bit more information about this topic. And every time we give information on a cryptocurrency that they should buy, or any information about what's happening in the crypto market, we can always talk about this as an opportunity to get involved in something that they can feel that they have a purpose, you know, because you can so easily like get into cryptocurrency and get into the mindset that you're just trying to make money. But I personally think that if you get drawn into that, you'll never be happy, because at some point you have to be content. And the way you can be content is if you know you have a purpose. So this gives everybody a purpose. Everybody has different things that they care for, whether it's animals, whether it's climate change, whether it's like, I don't know, there's so many things out there that are close to our hearts. This gives us an opportunity to make a change. And this is what it's about. It's about changing things and empowering people to change other communities, and it all to do with cryptocurrency. And it goes back to decentralized community, a system without having the old system, a new system. And the other fact is that we have the power, people have the power. So we have the power to empower. And I think that's what CryptoBot is getting at. But also I think he's getting at the other fact that it will be very, very good if we can actually travel and go to places and meet people, grassroots, actually get there and see the changes as well, and bring that back, bring that back to the community, so that more people get interested in what they can actually see the change, the things that we're doing.
That's it. Well, for instance, if you came on as a curator and you were holding tokens and you were paid your rewards on a monthly basis, you could use those rewards to travel to those countries and see the actual action being taken. I think we really got to look at the blockchain technology and what it is itself. It's an open ledger for information that can't be duplicated or corrupted in any way. So when a proposal goes forward and we're voting on it, that information is open to all of us. Do you know what I mean?
But nobody can interfere with that information. No government can stop you. No bank can stop you. No other company can say like, no, like, for example, if you're trying to stop, if you're trying to stop like, you know, trees getting cut down, some big company that wants to cut those trees down to build office blocks can't come in and interfere.
Exactly, yeah. And even in Ireland, the action actually happened with water protesters. They were trying to charge us for water in Ireland. And we don't pay for water in Ireland now. And the only reason is because the activists were out on the streets.